Hello everyone out there, my name is VZI. I'm a live looping artist from Austria, Central Europe, and today I'm gonna take you through my entire live looping setup. So basically, because of this massive amount of information, I decided to split that entire thing in two parts. So basically, this is gonna be part one, which is a basic overview to cover all the main things like which instruments I'm using, what are the demands of my setup, what software I'm using, all that basic kind of thing. And part two is like a really in-depth view. I'm trying to cover literally everything from computer optimization, Ableton settings, interfaces. We're going to talk about MIDI remote scripts, MIDI controllers, foot switches. We're going to talk loads about routing and effects, all that kind of shit. So I hope you can't wait as well. Let's dive straight into it. Here we go.
All right, guys. Hello, everyone. So I proudly present my live looping setup. So I'm going to start off, like I said, with a quick overview, what I'm using, which tools, which hardware. So first of all, this whole concept about this live looping setup is basically, it's a big loop station. It's like an 8-track loop station where I can record every single instrument individually on one track, having full control over all volume states, like all fader positions, from clips, from drum racks, from beats I made, from all loops. So basically, yeah, like I said, it's a gigantic loop station in software format. The software I'm using is Ableton Live 10. I use Ableton since years, and it's definitely the software to go for live performance. Yeah, genre-wise, or what I'm doing is, like I said, I'm a live looping artist from Austria. So I sing mainly in Austrian dialect, or my songs are now just in Austrian dialect. So, but I do loads of covers, loads of bar things, basically pretty much everything, genre-wise as well. So this setup should be capable of, should give me the possibility that I can make any genre I want on the spot, on the fly. Within a minute, everything should be in, and I should have the possibility to put massive shitloads of effects on it, so to really mash it up. And yeah, this is what it's all about. So genre-wise, my main genres are definitely reggae, funk, ska, hip-hop kind of thing. But I like to play Latin, like even electronic genres like drum and bass or dubsteppy kind of thing, or like some housey things. I'm really, like, everything is welcome, apart from metal music though. Instrument-wise, I use a Fender Stratocaster. I use a Sire bass, which is Marcus Miller V7, I think. Yeah, the version, great bass. An old Korg R3 synthesizer, which still works pretty good. I'm very happy with it, especially because of the size. It's a great synthesizer. I'm using an Yamaha 6335, I believe, the Bobby Shoe model. All the components from my computer are, I use two controllers here, as you can see. This one is the core, basically. With this one, I can control everything. So this is basically a big remote for Ableton. So ideally, I don't have to touch the computer at all during the show. This one is my drum rack, and with loads of effects and preset changes, and so another additional controller. All right, I would say let's have a look what's inside this case, and to give you a proper idea what's going on, and then let's dive straight into the live set. All right. Okay, guys, we're back here, and now I ripped apart my setup, so let's have a deep look what's going on inside. So basically, the computer I'm using is a Minimac from 2012. It's an i7 with 2.66 processor and 16 gigs of RAM and an SSD in it. So that works just fine. I mean, in the near future, I think I have to replace that one as well. because when I play with the drummer and with all ins and out, then I kind of get to the limit what the computer is capable of. But at the moment, it works just fine. Like with 2 channels anyway, it's really easy. But I explain that later. On the top is just a normal USB hub. All the important things, they go in here and directly into the Minimac, and that's it. I need a network cable because I'm not using a screen anymore. I use like another MacBook for screen sharing, and yeah, that's a super way to work. So interface-wise, these are my 2 interfaces. RME 5-phase UCX, and this is the RME 5-phase 400. They both work really brilliant. This is quite an older one, but it still works like charm, so I have no complaints with that. And both of them are coupled through ADAT. As you can see here, in and out, and vice versa. So this is just to expand my inputs and outputs. So basically I have now 12 outputs coming in, 12 outputs coming out to my patch bay, and plus 2 stereo headphone outputs. And for sure, I expanded the inputs as well. The patch bay, what I just mentioned, is, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I can even call it patch bay, but this is basically, yeah, this is custom made. I made this by myself. It's basically just 12 channels going directly out from over there. Then I have 13 and 14, which is an extra input, which we use, if I play a show with the drummer, then we use that often to get the drum bus of the entire drum set back to my setup, that we can feed that into our in-ear. And these are just 2 USB connectors to like, that I don't have to rip my setup apart when I have to connect something. So yeah, this is a basic overview how it looks inside my case. And let's bring it back together and let's have a look how I'm working. All right, welcome back. So now you have the idea what's really going on inside this box. So let's have a look at my Ableton live set, how this looks from the inside, and I give you a quick overview. So yeah, as you can see, I have some color-coded tracks in here. So I have some yellow ones, some black ones, some blue ones. I have a big stuff folder there, which I will cover later, and I have my return tracks. And basically, all blue tracks are my inputs. Basically, this is where all my instruments coming in, VST instruments, everything where a signal comes in. This goes straight out to my sound card, but I will cover that later. All the yellow ones over there on the very left-hand side are the clip tracks. Basically, this is where loads of clips sitting in it. And for some songs, I, for example, play a chorus in another chord progression, so I cannot loop or play the bass guitar and the electric guitar at the same time. So then I use, like for example, another bass clip to change in real time, or another drum beat or whatever. So the black ones there, these black ones from 1 to 8, these are my main output channels. So this is where everything comes together, and they go straight out from my sound card, straight into this patch bay, as you could see before. So, and all my loopers, they are still sitting in the return channels. So I have this system since years, and this works pretty well. Yeah, I really cannot complain about this. I think really detailed, I'm gonna explain that later because it gets like really nerdy, and I should split that up in different sections because otherwise it's like, it's too much. But yeah, I hope I gave you a quick overview already how my setup looks, what's inside there. I will cover then here in part 2. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you later.